Hi, welcome back to Loos Harlock. I'm Loos.
And I'm Harlock.
Yeah. That's the right ones. Yeah.
Do your best and do
Those
your
are
best.
that's a nice pixel art background.
Oh, dude, this game. It's the thing that this is
Look
like
at that. That's beautiful.
the thing that strikes me as strange of this game is that not that they decided to go with like a retro styling, like that's fine, right? But why 32-bit? Like,
Didn't it come out on a no?
Dragon Warrior was released on 8-bit hardware, obviously the NES and the Game Boy Color, and the highest it was released on was 16-bit, which is the Super Nintendo remake. But
Are you saying for this, why didn't they just fully like remaster or remake it?
Like I mean, they didn't have to like fully remaster it, but at least they could have done like the.
I guess they just handed this to a team, and the team's like, all right, we don't have the resources to remake this entire game.
I'm pretty sure this is a port of a phone game, which I think they did do that for.
Damn it! No.
Well, I mean,
Can we stop playing mobile ports, please?
Well, I mean, of all the mobile ports, an RPG is definitely like the ones that it's like least hardest to fuck up.
Except when they make it look really, really, really bad.
Like, I'm just wondering,
the Final
like,
Fantasy one.
If they were gonna do these for Switch, right? Why didn't they just? I mean, this is not only on Switch. Like, these are on other platforms as well. If they were gonna remake these games, why not just fucking do like the shit they did for Final Fantasy, where it's like, it's basically the same game, but it's like very, very simple 3D artwork. It's like that wouldn't have taken that long. These games aren't very long to begin with.
I guess they wanted to have like the nostalgic feel.
I mean, they could have just also ported these, like the NES games. Well, I mean,
Larry, can you put this picture of Mario up?
What did you? I can't see. Hold on. What? Why are his eyes like the anime eyes when like a character is like has been discovered?
Or like when a character goes unconscious and like the light in their eyes disappear.
So I mentioned before, I played Dragon Warrior when I was a kid, on Game Boy Color, and I love this game. I love this one. I also had, it came with, 2. It was like they were on the same cartridge. And Dragon Warrior 3 was also on Game Boy Color. So, these are some of my favorites.
How did those, like, work?
They were basically remakes of the NES games.
Alright.
Obviously the Game Boy Color has better graphics than the NES, so they did give them like graphical upgrades and stuff, and obviously the screen was a little closer in, but I mean, this is an RPG, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But yeah, I really like those versions, and I was hoping that we could play them, but then I found out that these got ported to the Switch, and obviously these look a lot better than just staring at a fucking 24 by 160 screen, so.
Yeah.
I love Dragon Warrior. It's probably my favorite RPG series. I'm not super. There's like a drop off with Dragon Warriors for me, similar to Final Fantasy. The first one, like the first few, I'm really good with, and I think 8 was like the last one that I'm like very familiar with, and anything beyond 8 is like kind of melds together to me. Very similar with Final Fantasy, actually.
Is this like, I've been thinking, is the PS5 like is this the closest a generational like Switch has been to like the past consoles in terms of like power?
Oh, in terms of power?
Yeah. I
would say
like what would be closer? Because like NES to SNES, that was a big leap. SNES 2 and 64, that was a huge leap.
What was the I think it's first to second generation is the like smallest leap.
First to second?
Yeah. The first was the Atari, the Magnavox, Odyssey.
Do people count those in like generations?
Yeah, of course.
Let me see if let me get the list. First gen of consoles. I guess we're gonna have to wait till like actually see like people utilize the PlayStation 5 hardware.
Yeah, I mean these games are basically over glorified PS4 games right now, so
yeah. Except for like
same could really be said
like,
for Xbox.
Yeah, the only like real like exclusive to the next gen right now is like Demon Souls.
And even then, that's just a remake of a game that came out like 2 generations ago, so it's not that.
And also, they could have been working on it. They could have been working on it a lot earlier.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And maybe it was like planned for PS4. And they're like, Sony came into it and was like, "Hey, can you make this exclusive to the PS5?" Like, okay.
I mean, yeah, it's a game that definitely has piques the interest of people who want to play it.
Let me see.
If I have the funds for a PS5, I'm definitely gonna buy one because I would love to play Demon Souls on the show.
Demon Souls would be fucking amazing.
Demon Souls might be the game to replace this one. If we're being perfectly honest.
The Demon Souls remake is really weird because it's a remake, but it's like the best looking Souls game than any other Souls, like actual Souls game. And the thing is, it's made by a different company. It's Blue Point. So you're gonna be thinking like, how is Elden Ring gonna look like, or the next Souls game?
When is
because it's like Blue Point came out, was like, this is what a Souls game should look like, and the Elden Ring's like, what? No, come on, bro.
I think Elden Ring was announced like when the X-Bone came out, and we're now on the Series X.
Apparently, Phil Spencer said,
what the hell does he know?
He's the Xbox guy.
I know. Oh, I'm at level 5.
He said he's played a little bit of Elden Ring.
Harry, we've done it. We beat the game. I'm at level 5.
Alright, cool. Sick.
The fuck did I do?
Let me see.
Isn't it just go somewhere and then grind to level 7? Pretty sure that's what I do.
At level 5, you should have at least 200 gold. Go back into Radatome and buy leather clothes and a leather shield for Hero. We'll get the copper sword later on. Go into the Radatome castle again.
I can sell my current plain clothes, right? Like it's set to buy what, leather clothes?
Yeah, leather clothes and a leather shield for Hero.
Okay, so I can.
Then
sell
you're gonna
my
talk to the
clothes.
king, and the king will tell us how much more XP we need to level up.
Oh, I don't care about that.
And then save our game, and then exit the castle.
Items, plain clothes, equip. Okay, here you are, my friend. So, here they go.
So yeah, it's like kind of like it's odd because like now we have this Demon Souls remake that's kind of like setting the standard for how a Souls game should look like. And it's like, From Software has never like tried to make their games look amazing. Like even on the PlayStation 4, their graphics kind of look like 360-ish kind of graphics. Maybe the environment was a little better, but like
I'm good now, right? I can just fuck off till level 7.
You gonna talk to the game, talk to the king, save the game. It'll
Don't care about
tell
that.
you more XP you need. Exit castle. From Radatome Castle, travel northwest until you find a cave surrounded by sand. Go into it.
Oh, so we're going to... Oh, okay.
And then you gotta use the torch.
I'm not gonna use it because I already know basically the layout, kind of. So it's fine. Whatever.
All right.
I think the first and second generation are the two that probably have the closest leap in terms of... I mean, the shortest leap in terms of technology.
What about recently? Like, if I'm like thinking,
Well,
N64 to GameCube was insane. GameCube to...
Well, that's what I'm saying,
Wii.
like, these...
GameCube to Wii was like the same.
Well, no, but I mean, we're just thinking that one specific console. Think PS2 to PS3. That's a big leap.
Yeah.
It's like, for most part, most console generational leaps have been pretty significant.
But then we have like PS4 to PS5, and it's like
it's barely
more
noticeable.
frames, higher resolution.
But the
maybe
games don't
ray tracing
necessarily
go on
look
30
better.
FPS.
They just... I mean, they're just higher resolution essentially. That
Yeah,
makes
'cause I
that
said
always
this when-
improves stuff like that.
I said this when we played Last of Us 2. If the next generation was just like the game's looking exactly the same as Last of Us 2 but higher FPS, I'm happy with that. Last of Us 2 looked fucking amazing. Death Stranding looked amazing. Red Dead 2 looked amazing. Like, I think
Oh, it is
if
here.
I'm being serious, the games don't need to look any better than that. They could, but I don't really care. You know?
Dimplyz examines the stone tablet. The following message is etched into its surface. I am Erdruk. Hear me well, bearer of my blood, heir to my destiny. If you would reach the evil island visible from Tantagel's shore, you will require the 3 sacred artifacts. Gather them, and you may yet cross that accursed isle and destroy the source of all evil, as I too did so long ago. Before my passing, I entrusted the 3 objects to 3 great sages. If the fates have been kind, their descendants guard them still. When evil ruled the ill-starred island once more, gather the hollow triad and strike a blow for the cause of light. No doubt those in line of the sages will wait with you somewhere in this world. Seek them out. Blood of my blood, child of my children, go forth and fulfill your destiny.
Whoa.
Cool. Yeah, that's all there is to do in this game.
Alright. And then train to level 6.
Cool.
And then buy the copper sword.
This is
This is Dark Cave.
I was gonna say this is gonna be a very sort of discussion heavy playthrough because there's not a lot that actually goes on in this game, and the reason for that being is that RPGs were still kind of very new when Dragon Warrior first came out in Japan, which was I think 1986. It came out in 1989 in America, but
Man,
yeah,
that was a while. Why did it take so long?
I mean, translations just took a lot longer then.
Man, learn Japanese faster.
I don't know if that's sound advice.
Just learn Japanese faster. What's wrong with that?
Have you ever seen those like YouTube videos that are like learn blah 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 in your sleep? I saw one that was like learn German in your sleep, and I was like, does this work?
No. There's no way that works.
I wouldn't doubt that it's probably meaningless, but I mean, there must be. God, Jesus Christ, my eyes.
Whoa, I can see.
But I mean, it's like, it's very strange to me. The concept of like learning a language while you sleep. How much MP is heal? Fuck, it's 3. Okay.
Fuck no.
All right, I'm gonna
Gotta talk to the old man again.
Yep. He's my crack dealer. Don't worry about him.
I've been I've been sending you stuff about like PlayStation backwards compatibility.
Do we have an answer? I still don't know this answer. Is it emulation or is it just hardware on?
I still don't know.
Does anyone know? Has anyone tested this? Can somebody
They
just give me
tested the backwards compatibility, and it's really good.
I just want an answer.
But I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's emulation or not, like actual emulation.
I experienced this. I don't know if you ever experienced this. The DualShock. Well, yeah. The DualShock 3 controller I just got. It isn't working, and I think it's a battery issue, and that's really weird to me. Like, out of all the
you
things,
think it's a battery issue?
I believe it's a battery issue, but I don't have a multimeter to check it. Multimeter to check the battery if it has the voltage or not.
How much is a PlayStation 3 battery?
They're like $5-7 on fucking Amazon. Like it costs no money to buy one, but it's just
If it is the battery, that seems like an easy fix.
Oh yeah,
but if it's not, then you just wasted $7.
It's a connector. Which, you know, man, I have a lot of complaints about various things, but you know, one of the things I like is when a company just decides to include a rechargeable battery, they just make it a connector, and they don't do some dumb bullshit like, hey, what if we solder the battery onto the board? Like, fuck you. Like, my
Let's just make it really hard to replace the battery.
No, dude, my Pokemon Ruby cartridge had like I need to replace the battery because it doesn't hold the save anymore because the battery's dried out. And with those like Game Boy Advance cartridges and basically almost every cartridge that's for a portable console that uses a battery, you can't put one of those like clips that you can solder on. So you have to just continuously fucking replace the battery. And granted, those last like 20 years or whatever, right? But fuck, dude. Now I gotta go out of my way. I gotta solder a new battery onto that shit. And if I want to keep the same save file, I need to transfer the save file onto something. It's a bunch of fucking work for just technology that is so benign to me. It's very strange.
Why is it so hard for third-party people to make good controllers?
I mean,
like, why do they never feel as good as like PlayStation or like Xbox or the Switch? Like,
I mean,
they feel so much more worse.
I mean, I think it's just an issue of polish, right? I mean, there are a few companies like 8BitDo, Hari, like there are a few companies that are like well known for like
trusted companies.
Yeah, like everybody's like, oh yeah, get one of those controllers if you want a good third-party controller. But I mean,
do they still make like PlayStation 3 controllers?
What do you mean?
Do they make PlayStation 3 controllers? Like, are they still like? Can I get a controller without having to go to like eBay or like spending like $40 or $50?
I mean, like Chinese companies will always fill the gap for stuff like that. Like you can get a PS3 controller on eBay for like $8, and it probably feels like shit. The sticks probably don't like crackle every time you use it, but it's like, I mean, it's a PS3 controller. Like what I've been doing, because the PS3 I bought didn't come with a controller, so I had to do a really weird workaround. So I have the 8BitDo wireless receiver, which accepts any Bluetooth controller, right? But for some weird reason, the PS3 doesn't use X input. It uses D input, which I've never experienced that, because the Switch uses X input, and obviously a PC natively supports X input. So I found it very strange, like the weird hassle that I had to do to get this working with the fucking D input for the wireless receiver, and I just ended up using a Wii U Pro controller because it was the only one that I had that had like 2 sticks. Besides the GameCube, but why the fuck would I want to use that?
Yes, use the GameCube.
And I have my little board, the retro pad that I use for doing shit, like how I'm using my NES controller right now to play Dragon Quest. But I think I need an external battery board for it to support the voltage for like PS3, PS4 stuff. So I couldn't use it, so that's why I was just using a Wii U Pro controller. And man, the button mapping is certainly weird. Because
looking at GameStop, and they have the DualShock 3, assorted colors, $35. You can choose
Jesus,
white and blue, or assorted.
These are the refurbished, right?
It just says Sony DualShock 3 assorted colors wireless controller. I don't think it says anything about refurbished.
I mean,
let me check if they have refurbished. They
have
recertified.
Yeah, I've heard very, very mixed things about GameStop refurbished stuff. And basically, from what I saw from a Reddit thread, is refurbished basically means we like wiped it with a Kleenex shit. Premium refurbished means we like wiped it twice with a thing, and like, oh no, certified refurbished means we wiped it twice, and premium refurbished means we actually like made sure it works and it's clean.
I see the 6-axis one, which is not the DualShock 3, and the picture is just a really low res picture of the controller, and this says Sal may vary. You cannot even choose what it looks like.
You wanted the camo Metal Gear Solid 3 controller? Fuck you.
Oh fuck. Next time, Loos Harlock.